Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist, that's a CBT therapist, and a licensed mental health counselor. This is for educational purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho 4. May the 4 victims rest in peace, condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served. I'd like to start by thanking all my subscribers, my viewers, for all your pleasant, interesting, mindful, respectful comments about this case. I really do appreciate my subscribers. They're really respectful people, mindful people, and kind to each other. If you'll remember, from the very beginning of this case, I've exposed many things on my channel. Example, Saeed watching crime scene pictures, if you'll remember. This was what I exposed in the beginning. I found it from JLR, his channel 2 years ago. This is for fair use purpose. Thank you, JLR. Now this is what Saeed was watching. You can check this in my channel 2 years ago when I first exposed it. When I first exposed this, we did not even know that Kaylee was found in the sitting position until our parents Steve and Chrissy told us that. You can clearly see a young blonde female sitting on the bed. Before anyone starts putting any ugly comments in my channel, I would like to mention this clearly, that this is not pictures that are tampered with. This is not something I made up. This is something that I spotted. This is what I analyzed as a mental health counselor when I first saw this. Many people agreed with what I saw, but some people left some ugly comments, and I'm not a person to go back and forth. I'm here for the correct justice for the students, and I'm going to expose whatever I see. I know this case is on gag order, but I personally do not believe that BK did these crimes alone. I've always said, I'm not shy of saying that. There's something not right with BK's alibi. That doesn't make him guilty, but I have a lot of questions for BK. Like, why did he come back at 9:15 in the morning? Why was his car seen there? That is what we were told by the police. Now you can clearly see a female sitting on the bed. Now what I'm more interested in is who's the person with the mask. Is this a female or male? Did Saeed get these pictures from a Snapchat, a group chat? And look at his hands. Y'all can go into the original videos and zoom in. That's all y'all have to do. And y'all will understand how I found these pictures. I was surprised what he was watching, because he told the officer in Banfield that he had his driving license in his phone device. He was supposed to take that out. The undercover cops were busy with the other 3 young boys who did not stop when they were told to stop. And I've always said, I wonder what they threw in the field. Why would you be watching pictures when you have two cops, two police officers standing in front of you? Doesn't make sense. Were these people in the crime scene? The person with the mask? And why is he watching it? This is a very blurry picture, but that's all I could get on his phone. You can see 3 figures. Just look at his hands. Where was Saeed? Where did Saeed come from? Where did these 3 young men come from when they were stopped at Banfield? They did not look intoxicated to me. They looked like they were anxious, not only of the cops, of the whole situation. One of the boys kept on looking at the bushes where Maddie's jacket was. I must have watched the Banfield and the grub truck clip over 200 times. Seriously. That's how I'm spotting all these things, and I don't understand why they weren't spotted before. Or maybe the police has all this information and it's in gag order. But where does Brian Koberger come in this case, is the question. What is he actually watching? You'll do remember this picture. It was said that David Lodge was sitting outside at the backyard of 1122 Kings Road. You can see him sitting on the leather chair or sofa. What was he doing there? The audacity that you go and sit in someone's backyard is a motive itself. Because you can see Maddie, Kaylee, Zana, and the surviving roommates' is black sofa out on the backyard, allegedly. So what I'm trying to say is he has been in the premises before, allegedly. And keep in mind, after 3 in the morning, between 3 to 3:30, Saeed, Jack Kavoshe, Jackie, his sister were all sending, and Gustav were all sending Venmos. Now the strange thing, which is a red flag, is they were sending each other $6 for some reason. I wonder if that is when the unalivings were all done. In my opinion, Saeed is quite involved in this case, and so are the Davids, in my opinion, and so are the Jacks, and many of the frats. I personally do not believe that this was organizations from outside Idaho, Moscow. Rugs could be involved, but I don't believe that this is outside Idaho, Moscow premises, the university itself. And I will show you something today that may shock you, blow your mind. Just like the pictures Saeed was watching of Kaylee. May she rest in peace. Keep in mind that Saeed wasn't at the grub truck, obviously, because he was at the Banfield. I personally believe that all these people involved pre-planned this somewhere in Banfield, because I believe they came from 1122 Kings Road. We saw the 4 figures running. We've seen Maddie's jacket behind the fire extension, right near that car, in the bushes. I personally believe Saeed came there to distract the police from stopping and checking these 3 young men at Banfield, for whatever reason. Because he had no reason to be crossing the field. Usually when you see police stopping people and searching people, usually people do not take that road or that route. They turn and they go because nobody wants to get involved in a police stop. Let's be honest, we all have been that age. People go away from the police. People don't come towards the police. Saeed came towards Banfield for no reason. He doesn't even live across the field. He himself told the police he lives behind, and he pointed out to Taylor Avenue. I'm sure you heard that clearly. We are going to get you for this, Maddie. That is what Jack, John, Rogers, Showalter said. We are going to get you for this, Maddie. What did Maddie do? What are you getting Maddie for? And 4 victims were unalived a couple of hours after this threat. We are going to get you for this, Maddie. And then that's when Kaylee says, Maddie, what did you tell Adam? And Maddie says, I told Adam like everything. What did Maddie tell Adam at the corner club? And who did Adam tell whatever Maddie told him to is important. Like I said, this is all in my opinion only. I wanted to show y'all something that looks concerning. But I need my subscribers, viewers, his help. I would really love your feedback and input. We need to do some teamwork here, because I personally believe that a couple of them are actually carrying KNIVES. They're carrying weapons. Now look at David Lodge with the black and yellow hoodie near the cashier, and pay attention to his frat brothers. 2 of them are with him. Now I'd like y'all to pay attention to the one with the brown jacket. I'm going to zoom into his pants and tell me what you'll see. Because for me, that definitely doesn't look right. Y'all can be the judge of it. Zoom in and you see what I see. Now that is something very long to be in someone's pocket. In UK, knife crimes happen very often, especially with our teenagers. We've lost many kids to knife crimes. It's a tragedy. I study in my own private time and research things, especially because of the country I live in. I love London, but knife crimes happen almost every day, at least twice, thrice a week. Look at what he's carrying. You'll be the judge of it. I think it's a 22-inch or 15-inch. Whatever he's carrying looks like a knife to me. All I'm doing, guys, is zooming in. You can zoom in and see what y'all think about this. Most of these boys' pants look very bulgy, dodgy. Something's not right. I can clearly see he has on a black belt underneath, and I think he has the belt to keep his machete safe so that he doesn't expose himself. Do y'all remember what the coroner said? The coroner clearly said, when she was asked what kind of knife was used, what kind of weapon, she said it was a sharp, large knife and sharp edge knife and sharp edge items were used. She said that she thought that it could be one weapon, but she wasn't sure. Now, if many of them have the similar weapons, just say if 2 or 3 of them are carrying K-bars, it's only going to show a K-bar. Or a large knife, like she said. What is he carrying? What is this? Let's not forget these are the 4chan boys. What is interesting is most of these people standing at the grog truck are all frat brothers. They all are fraternity boys, especially Sigma Key boys. I could be wrong, but I absolutely don't believe that this is a phone device or something like that. It's shoe, long, it starts from the waist right up to his knee. The reason I caught on to these things for the last couple of days, I've been analyzing them, watching them go to the cashier, and then this is the first person I spotted. They all were waiting for Kaylee and Maddie to come in. So I'm trying to break down what I personally, it's just my opinion. We can agree to disagree. This is what I see. So I started by showing you what Saeed was watching and Saeed's hand. That was the pictures he was watching. He took those pictures out in front of the police. The audacity. I used to get a lot of heat, anger, hate when I exposed what Saeed was watching. But then later on people started putting up clips about that, so I think they see what I see too. I felt confident after Kaylee and his mother and father, Steve and Chrissy, when they said in the interview Kaylee was found in the sitting position. I had to catch my breath for that, because that is exactly what I exposed before the interview. Now I could be wrong or I could be right, but these people are packed. They are packed with long machetes. As a therapist, we analyze a lot. As a cognitive behavior therapist, I analyze behavior and the cognitive side. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a detective. I'm just a regular global citizen that cares about justice, not only for these 4 victims. What about Hudson Lindo? What about Hannah Clee? What about Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan? We have 6 young lives lost between March to November 2022. What was going on? What was actually going on in Idaho, Moscow is the question. All these people look like they pre-planned something. They all were waiting for Kaylee and Maddie to walk in. You can see he has a belt. And now look properly. We are adults. We can see, I'm sure, that there's something not right with whatever's in his pants. I checked his pants. It's not the same shape on the other leg. It's only this leg he's carrying. How blatant can you be to be carrying this? If it is a machete, and I honestly believe it is. Now I've zoomed out and you can still see the shape of whatever is in his pocket. You can still see it on his right leg. His legs are not even. Neither is David Lodge. I really want to know what's in their pockets. He is definitely carrying something that he's not supposed to be carrying. David Lodge is carrying something in his pocket too. No matter which direction I zoom in from, it doesn't look right. What do you all think, guys? If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm not trying to accuse anyone. I'm just asking questions. His pant doesn't look right. Could these people all be involved? Allegedly. The 4chan makes so much sense. 4 figures running. Interesting. Could it be these 3 and David? B? It was 4 figures, allegedly. Now he has on his brown jacket and you can still see something bulging out of his pants. His leg, more like. Now you can clearly see on the left-hand side that number 9 is really close to Maddie. He put something in her mouth. I don't think that's a chewing gum. And I don't think that's a ticket. He must have put pills, rugs, something allegedly in Maddie's mouth. What he did that people get confused is he had the ticket. He gave the ticket. While he was giving the ticket, he put something in Maddie's mouth. you can see the position Maddie is laying on, or she's leaning her whole body on the counter. This is important to be mindful and to check the reactions going on from the other people. You can clearly see the girl with the jeans on the right is looking at Maddie and number 9. So is the 3 people behind her. So is Jovito. And number 8, number 9, the one who has the Lakers jersey and cap on, all of them are paying attention to what's happening with number 9 and Maddie. Could that be the reason that Maddie couldn't defend herself? Just a question. This is my opinion only. I don't know what's going on with Maddie and number 9, but I personally believe he put something in her mouth because I can see clearly what he did. He gave the ticket to the counter. At the same time, he put something in Maddie's mouth. Maddie never defended herself. It was Kaylee and Xana, like we heard. Could it be because they already made sure that Maddie wouldn't yell or wouldn't make a scene? This is all pre-planned by all these people you see here. And there are more at the Corner Club and Benfield. This was a university. Beef, I personally believe. Look at the girl in this corner. She is actually smiling. What are they watching? If number 9 did not put something in Maddie's mouth, why would they all be paying attention to what's going on here? Common sense tells me there is more to this than meets the eye. Pay attention to when Maddie and Kaylee see David Lott. They turn away from him and start talking to each other. They say something to each other. David Lott is looking directly at Maddie, not at Kaylee, for some reason. Maddie looked really sad, shocked. Because these guys were hiding themselves in the grub truck before the girls arrived. They were standing near the window, near that little shop. And as soon as the girls walked in, they turned their backs to the glass of the shop, the glass doors and windows. John Showalter nodded his head towards David Lott and the 3 guys when he walked in. This is not all a coincidence. Pay attention. Their pockets, some of them is really bulging out. Obviously, we can't see inside the pockets, but we can see the shape of what they're carrying. That doesn't look right. The grub truck is totally a red flag. I hope they're investigating that. Poor Maddie. Poor Kaylee. May you rest in peace. These 4 people, David Lott, his 2 friends, Showalter, and these guys standing at the grub truck, and Jovito should be properly investigated, in my humble opinion. You can see this picture now? Now let me zoom in and show you. These people are carrying something in their pockets. All I'm doing is zooming in and out. Could they be carrying K-bars? The short one with the brown jacket and the hoodie I showed you all is the one carrying the long KNIVES, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, I will apologize immediately. And I'm apologizing just in case I'm wrong. But something is not right here. The way they're walking is weird. What could they have in their pockets? What the guy is definitely carrying something, whether it's a phone device or whatever. He's carrying something in his pockets because he hardly takes out his hands out of his pocket. Neither does David Lott. Are all these people packed with K-bars? Or bigger, larger KNIVES? I just pointed out what I have been analyzing. So guys, don't come after me. I have enough on my plate, and I'm doing this for the 4 victims, and I'm doing it for the correct justice. If BK is innocent, he doesn't deserve to be there. If these are the true people involved, everyone has allowed to go out in Thanksgiving, which doesn't make sense. We've never seen DM and BF, not even in the memorial. Wonder if they had scars. Were they healing? Wow, what does David Lodge have in his pockets? Let's zoom in. What is this man carrying? Do you all see what I see? Or am I imagining? Is my imaginations running away with me? Or are these people packed? What are they carrying? Let me zoom out. Wow. Are you all seeing what I'm seeing, guys? I'm sorry about zooming in and out, but that's the only thing I can do to find out what is exactly in his pocket. This man is carrying something in his pocket, so is his friend behind him. What is he carrying in his left pocket? And he always had his hands in his pocket at the grub truck. John Rogers Showalter and David Lodge have always had their hands in their pocket. This is the first time he took out one hand to collect his food. Now guys, my beloved subscribers and viewers, you all see what I see. And my question today is what is David Lodge and his friend behind him carrying. Let's go to his friend. You can see David Lodge, his friend behind him, with his food and the white or grey hoodie. I'm not even zooming in and pay attention to his pant. He's carrying something. Now let's zoom in. What are these people up to? There's something in his pocket. And it's really long. Whatever David Lodge has in his pocket looks like it's long and it has a hook, kind of. Could these people be carrying weapons? They all seem to have their hands in the pocket. There are weird items sticking out of their pocket. This can't be a coincidence. Poor Maddie, she looks shocked. Now pay attention to number 9. Number 8 is standing behind her. Number 9 is the one, I believe, who put something in Kaylee's mouth. Now let me zoom in and show you something. I want to know why he has a belt in a weird position. He doesn't have it on his waist. He has it between the lower back and the front. Could he be carrying two? He has something in his pocket. And that's what hunters and people who use knives usually do. They carry it in a belt, these young'uns. Isn't this strange? Why does he have the black belt around the front, lower back, and lower front? And you can see that's number 9 I'm talking about. You can zoom in yourselves and see that is not normal to wear a belt like that. I wanted you all to pay attention to this girl with the black long coat and the long brown hair. Many people have said that it was Emma Bailey. And I per se have always debunked that. Because I'll show you the reason that this ain't Emma Bailey. That is her, this beautiful young woman. She does resemble Emma a bit, but you can clearly see it's not Emma. Emma is much thinner, and Emma has a longer face, and Emma has a long pointy nose. This woman is beautiful in her own way, but you can see they resemble a bit, but that ain't Emma Bailey, in my opinion. And I believe it's important to mention that, because if it's not Emma, this poor woman doesn't need to be mentioned at all. I believe she just came to the grub truck to buy food. Plus, Emma, I believe, is much thinner than this girl and taller. Unless Emma's good in disguising herself, but I doubt. This is totally a different person. So this is when David Lodge was ordering his food. You can see He has some stuff in his pocket. Whatever he has in his pocket is really bulging out. I wanted to zoom in and check. You'll see? He has something long too. It could be anything, guys. So I'm not accusing anyone. Look at his jacket. This looks to me like something that is not supposed to be in his pocket. That is long. Guys, we know on YouTube we're not allowed to use certain words or say something that can create issues. What I'm trying to do is zoom in and show y'all that these people have something in their pockets. I personally believe he's carrying something in his pockets. Wow. My dear subscribers and viewers, we all are entitled to believe what we want. I'm not accusing anyone of any crimes, but I'm explaining to y'all and sharing with y'all what I personally have analyzed as Hoodoo London, mental health and crime. Now pay attention to these three boys or young men. You see David near the cashier and the two others. Pay attention to David and the young man with the white hoodie behind him. Look at their pants, their jeans. Tell me what you see when I zoom in. I see things that are really concerning, possibly a knife. I wouldn't be surprised if he is carrying a cable. But I know for a fact, I believe for a fact, that the one in grey is definitely carrying a weapon. Because you can't just have such a long white line on his jeans. If I zoom in closer, you can see that's not part of the pants. And pay attention to his waist. He has a belt on too. Sorry for all the movements, guys. I really do appreciate y'all being patient. I know I've been zooming in and zooming out the whole time, but that's the only way I could explain and show y'all what I saw. I hope y'all can give me some feedback, my subscribers, family. Let's not be negative. We all are here for the same cause, to get justice, the correct justice, for these 4 victims. May they rest in peace. But what I see is at least 2 young men who have weapons in their pocket, plus number 9, that is 3 I definitely see. To be honest, guys, I've seen at least 4 more, but those are not really clear. Something is bulging and sticking out of their pockets that is long too, but their ones is a bit difficult because they keep on moving, and I think they were a bit smarter to hide it, if it's weapons. But you can see the picture clearly, and now let me zoom in for the last time. What are these men carrying, especially this one? I personally believe that the one in grey is carrying, is definitely carrying something long. David is carrying something, but it's not as long as the other one, if you'll get me. By long, I mean weapons. And I mean the weapons that were used in these crimes. Large knives. Please, let me know what y'all think. Let's keep this channel respectful and mindful like we usually do. We can agree to disagree, but I am really interested, in what these people are carrying and what number 9 put inside Maddie's mouth. Could that have put Maddie in a deep slumber that she couldn't defend herself? And I'll end by saying, let's not forget, 3 unidentified male DNAs were found in the house. And let's not forget, 4 figures were running. Keep in mind that Jack D has a black truck. He colored his hair, and I've showed that all in my clips. I personally believe that those things are really important for the case. You always look for changes. Who changes their hair color, appearance? If they look anxious, if they stop coming to lessons, if they stop socializing. That's why I believe the 4chan to be true. After what I see in their pockets, I personally believe that the Sigma Chi fraternity and the other fraternities and sororities know what happened to these students. So does the surviving roommates. I believe that this was an inside job in the university. These people knew the inside and outside of the house. There was a Sigma Chi fraternity party that we've heard. The Davids, Ethan, and Xana had a big fight. Ethan was last seen or heard of at 2:15. He sent a text to his friend. His friend's mother informed the FBI. 2:15. She said between 2:10 to 2:15. So the mother said Ethan couldn't have been home until 2:30. Why didn't they change the timelines? Did something happen to the couple outside the Sigma Chi fraternity or inside? Remember we heard a female yelling, "Stop it, stop." Could that have been Xana? Let me know. This man needs to be investigated, and so does David Lodge. And number 9, they all have belts on, long things hanging inside their jeans. They're walking funnily. Obviously, if you're carrying something large that you're not supposed to carry with a belt, you have to walk in a certain pace. Please let me know in the comment channel. Have a lovely week. And condolence to the families. It's only for education purpose. These are not facts. This is what I personally see. Let me know what y'all see, guys. Have a lovely week.